Welcome to the fascinating world of the genes with Rohini, and from last two videos we are dealing with the lambda operon, and in that we have learned about the structure of the lambda operon and switch to the lysogeny cycle. Today's video it is concerned about the lambda operon switch to the lytic cycle. Now we know that the lambda operon it is present into the phage and that it is the lambda phage. Lambda phage, which is a bacteriophage, infects the E. coli cells, and when it is infecting the E. coli cell, it has to make a decision that it is going to enter into the lytic cycle or it is going to enter into the lysogeny cycle. And that decision making, it is totally dependent on the environmental condition in which host E. coli it is present. So whenever there are the favorable conditions for the growth of the E. coli, at that time the phage it is going to decide to enter into the lytic cycle, and how it is going to be there, that we are going to learn into this video lecture. Now here I have drawn here the structure of the lambda operon, and you can see there are the 6 regulatory genes, and that 6 regulatory genes, it is the C1, then it is the C2, and here it is the C3, which are the negative regulators of the lytic cycle, and N, CRO and Q. N, CRO and Q, they are the positive regulators of the lytic cycle. So when we say that a phage has to enter into the lytic cycle, what do you think? Which gene product it should be the higher one? Yes, it is the N, CRO and the Q, because they are the positive regulators of the lytic cycle. Their gene product it has to be higher into the cell, and which has not to be present into the cell. The gene product from whom? From the C1, C2 and the C3, as they are the negative regulators of the lytic cycle. Now here when there are the favorable environmental conditions for the growth of the E. coli cells, from the E. coli there is the synthesis of the host protein, that it is a HFLA. Okay, the host protein it is a HFLA. HFLA nothing but it is the proteases, and that proteases, its substrate it is the C2. Okay, HFLA, which is a proteases, its substrate it is a C2, and when there is a high concentration, when there is a high concentration of the HFLA, at that time this HFLA now it will act on the C2 and it is going to cleave the C2. Okay, and as C2 it has been cleaved, this C2 it is unable to activate the PRE, who is the promoter of the C1. Okay, C2 it is a activator, and that activator it is of the C1, and which promoter it is activated by the C2, that promoter it is a PRE. And now what has happened? C2 it has been cleaved, that is there is no presence of the C2 into the cell, so C2 it is not available, so PRE it is not activated, so there will be no transcription from the PRE, so there is no synthesis of the C1. Okay, as there is no synthesis of the C1 it is as there is no C1, the operators OR and the OL it will be free, means the promoters PR and the PL now they are available to get to start the transcription, and so that there will be the synthesis of the proteins, and that it is a CRO and a N. That is, there is a transcription of the CRO and the N, which are the positive regulators of the lytic cycle. Now the CRO it is whom? CRO it is a repressor. Okay, CRO it is a repressor, and it is a repressor of whom? It is a repressor of the C1. So here it is the operator, and that operator it is a OR, and OR it has been divided into the OR1, OR2 and the OR3, and we have seen that in the OR3 there is a presence of the promoter, and that promoter it is a PRM, and PRM it is a promoter of whom? PRM it is a promoter of the C1, and after this OR1 who is there is a presence of the CRO. Okay, so now the operator OR1, OR2 they are free, means the promoter PR it is a free. Okay, promoter PR it is free, so the transcription from the promoter PR it is going to be there, so there is a synthesis of whom? There is a synthesis of this CRO. and this screw, it will go and it is going to bound where? It is going to bound at the operator, and that operator, it is a OR3. And when it is binding to the OR3, actually it is going to occupy the promoter, and that promoter, it is a PRM, and this PRM, it is a promoter of whom? It is a promoter of the C1. Okay. As the promoter, it has been occupied by the repressor crow, there will be no synthesis from the C1 gene. Means there is a no C1 product, it is going to be synthesized. In this way, okay, in this way, when a phage, it has to enter into the lytic cycle, the transcription from the PRE and the PRM, it is going to be inhibited, so that at the time it will be controlled that C1, it is not going to be present into the cell. Why? Because C1, it is a negative regulator of the lytic cycle, but a phage, it has to enter into the lytic cycle, there should not be presence of the C1. Okay, so in this way, C1, it is not going to be present into the cell, and as it is not present into the cell, the transcription of the N and the CRO, it is going to be there. Now here, you can see here that there is the TL and here is a TR. Okay, these are the terminators. And when a phage, it has to enter into the lytic cycle, the O and the P, okay, this one, O and the P. O, it is the origin of replication, P, it is a primer, which is required for the replication process. Okay, so when phage enters into the lytic cycle, the first process it is going to be on, that it is the replication. Okay, so the firing or the activation of the origin of replication, it is going to be done when the transcription, it is going to start from the PR. Okay, so here to have the activation of the origin of replication and synthesis of the primer, this transcription started from the PR, it has to pass the terminator, and that terminator, it is a TR. And to overcome this TR, the event anti-termination, it has to be there, and for that anti-termination, who is going to help? The N. Who? The N, it is going to help, and it is the anti-terminator. Okay, and it is the anti-terminator, and this anti-terminator N, now it is allowing the anti-termination at the TR. Okay, and it is allowing the anti-termination at the TR, and as there is an anti-termination, okay, as there is an anti-termination, the transcription which has been started from the PR, now it will pass the TR, and now it will go into the O and the P, that is the origin of replication. Now it is getting activated, primer, it is also going to be synthesized. So the process of the replication, now it is going to be started. In the same way here, the N, it is also going to do the anti-termination event at the TL also. Now replication has been started, so the DNA copies, it is going to be made, but that DNA copies, it has to be packaged into the head, and the complete structure, head and tail structure, it has to be formed. For that purpose, the late genes, they has to be synthesized. So here, okay, the late genes, they are under the promoter, and that promoter, it is a PR prime. Which is that promoter? PR prime. But here, what you can observe, there is a terminator. Okay, there is a terminator, and that terminator, it is a TR prime. So this TR prime, it has also to be overcome. That is the anti-termination event at this TR prime. It has also to be happened, so that there will be the transcription of these late genes. Okay, so here who is going to work for that? The Q. Who is going to work for that? Q. Q is whom? Q, it is the anti-terminator. Q, it is a anti-terminator, and that anti-terminator Q, it is allowing the anti-termination at the TR prime. So the transcription from the PR prime which has been started, now it can go into the late genes, and now there will be the synthesis of the head and the tail, and also the proteins required for the lysis, that is the bursting of the bacterial cell, they are also present. So in this way, okay, in this way there will be what? There will be the lytic cycle. By firing the origin of replication, by synthesizing the primer, okay, making the DNA copies, and then To package that, the late genes, they are going to be synthesized, and in this way the lytic cycle it is going to be completed with the help of which genes? With the help of the N, CRO and Q genes. Okay, so I think you may have understood today's switch to the lytic cycle. If you have liked the video, please subscribe and also share with your friends so that the knowledge it is going to spread. Thank you.